I know that call. The Cordelia is back, and with their arrival, the circus begins. A native Australian cockatoo, the Cordelia is boisterous and playful. I watch joyfully as a family of Cordellias bicker and fuss, turn tricks and chase the poor magpies in the gum trees. The bird arrives usually just in time to celebrate the change of seasons. Autumn becomes a lively fiesta. And my feathery friends remind me that it's okay to be a clown sometimes. When things are tough, try and find the fun and the humor. For laughter and humor are balms of the heart. So I'm curious, Wonder Weavers, how are you enjoying the change of seasons? Whether it's autumn where you are or spring, I'd love you to share with me. This week's been full of fun and lots of funny little mistakes. Following on from last week, I designed and built a bed for Cordelia's room, and then I tried to put the bed in the room and it wouldn't fit. So for now I've put the bed aside. I'll continue sketching and doing some reading, but this week I decided to work on something else. And I took up an idea that came to me some time ago, and that was to make a mini veggie patch. And this week I made mini vegetables from paper. So in this vlog I share how I made mini cabbage, cauliflower and carrots. Anyhow, Wonder Weavers, I'd love to hear from you. How are your projects going? Are you too struggling with mini dilemmas? I'd love to hear from you in the comments, and let us make veggies. The autumn garden is thriving. Already there are carrots, cabbages, and cauliflowers to pick. For this week's creative adventure, I spend time playing with paper and cotton balls, making mini veggies for a veggie patch. To help me get started, I draw inspiration from Floral Paper Crafts by Cheryl Owen. This book has many great tips and wonderful projects to do. I'm curious, Wonder Weavers, have you read it? I'd love you to share in the comments below. I start by making leaves for the cauliflower and cabbage. To make this task easier, I make a cardstock template. With a graphite pencil, I draw the outline of the cabbage and cauliflower leaf, and then transfer the drawing to cardstock with the help of carbon paper. Next, with scissors, I cut the template out. Next, I use a template to cut out leaves from crepe paper. I'm using party crepe paper, which is thinner than Italian crepe paper. Italian crepe paper is usually the preferred type for floral crafts. Since I already had party crepe paper at home, I decided to try it and see what happens. In the end, I used 2 different shades of green, a light and a dark. For each cauliflower, I cut at least 10 dark green leaves. Meanwhile, for each cabbage, I cut 10 light green leaves and 5 dark green ones. Once I've cut a sufficient amount of leaves, I start making the inner part of the cabbages. I take a cotton ball and dab it with clean water, rolling it in between my fingers until I have a nice ball shape. Next, with my paintbrush, I dab small amounts of PVA glue and then cover the ball with the light green leaves. I make sure to overlap the leaves and fully cover the ball. Once dry, I glue 4 to 5 dark green leaves to the ball. Now you could also make lettuces in a similar way. Repeat the first few steps. Cover a cotton ball with light green paper leaves. Then, instead of using dark green paper for the outer leaves, use light green ones. And curl the edges of these leaves outwards. Next, I move on to the cauliflowers. I take another cotton ball, wet it a little bit with clean water, then apply a layer of glue and cover the ball with toilet paper. Once I'm happy, I then put the head aside to dry. Once completely dry, I paint the head with white acrylic paint. And later, just as I did with the cabbage, I glue dark green leaves to the ball. To make carrots, I first apply a little bit of clean water and PVA glue to a thin rectangular strip of toilet paper. Between the palm of my hands, I roll the paper into an elongated shape, and if it's too long, I cut it in half. Once I'm happy with the shape, I put the paper carrot aside to dry. Later, I mix the colour orange using red and yellow acrylic paint and paint the carrots. I then glue to the top of the carrots a Y-shaped leaf that I cut out from crepe paper. Now it is time to plant the veggies. Thank you for watching Wonder Weavers. As always, I am grateful for your support. Don't forget that you can connect with me on other platforms. All of my details are in the description. And if you're new here, please say hello in the comments. I love reading your messages. So, until the next time, Wonder Weavers, take care, stay well, and don't forget to play. Adios. Ciao. Look who's visiting the veggie patch. It's Squirrel and Deer. I wonder what treasures they'll find.